All right. What is going on, chat? I hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate. Oh, mic check. Appreciate everyone tuning in here. What is going on, chat? How's it going? What do you call it? I hope everyone's doing well. We got a new battle report out, which I was very excited to do, and it's our first sponsored video too. So shout out to the Tabletop Strategists. We're going to be talking about them here in a little bit, but they sponsored the video, so we were able to like go crazy with the buildings, the terrain. I made a custom foam piece for the board and everything, so I'm actually excited to, what do you call it, make an entire foam board eventually. I'd like to make like hills and craters and have it be like semi-modular, you know what I mean? So I'm excited to get some more XPS and work on that. But welcome on in, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. It is raining it was raining pretty heavily, but the connection looks to be pretty solid. Last couple of streams we had a little wishy-washy connection, but it was like mostly fine for the most part. But just warning in case we do have any connection issues. It seems good though for the most part. So but appreciate everyone tuning in. What's going on, Valor Games? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. And what do you call it? I'm excited. We got a George Washington kit bash video and paint up. So for my new platoon commander, George Washington II. So I'm like halfway through that video, but I need to do a Flytime video. I'm gonna edit that tonight because I recorded it last night. Put that up on my first channel. So, but we got a George Washington kit bash, and then we also have the Turkish army, which I'm currently working on, and it's going to be covering, I think, the cavalry and the Tepegaz light walker that we made. So that'll be cool, as well as, you know, I'd like to, what do you call it, maybe do some videos covering some stuff with conflict units and stuff. So I'm starting to figure out what to do with that. But anyways, we got a bunch of different stuff. But if you haven't checked out the new video and you're watching the stream, VOD or something at a later date, highly recommend checking it out. So did a little cinematic intro as well. It was that was fun. All right, that being said, let me get some different tunes going here. And today we are going to be building B for Birdie, which I got to turn on this camera here. But I did order from the Tabletop Strategist a automated platoon, the new automated platoon box, as well as the I ended up, I'll show you here in a little bit, we'll take a look, but I ended up getting some more British power armor dudes as well, and so that way we can start building up I'll build up my own Commonwealth army, because Rev has his own. We're going to make it so we can use both, but I might do mine in a slightly different painting style. Let me just get some tunes here real quick. I want to watch this because of the new video, so we're going to, because it's always so good, and I just want to watch it anyways. So hold on, give me a sec here. I need to activate. What the hell kind of weird ads? What the hell kind of ad is this? Is this these games are so weird where they like kick the dude down the thing, and then it's like these weird AI generated games are so freaking YouTube, bro. It's a hellscape of just pure random garbage. And then we get a really nice St. Jude ad, by the way. So right as I'm disparaging the ads on YouTube, shout out to St. Jude. I've donated some flies in the past to somebody that was raising money for St. Jude. I actually raised a ton of money in the past. This guy, he did a lot of good work for him. All right, let's just give this a watch real quick. Because, God, it's so good. I didn't use it for the video. I talked to Rev. It was just too much. And it was too modern. But this is like Conflict 47, like, in 40 years. You know what I mean? This will be like Conflict 47 universe in the 80s. We just gotta watch it, though. Maybe a little too advanced. But God, it's so cool. You know what we're missing in the space? Conflict 47 animations. Somebody knows how to work with a game engine or like Unreal or some sort of engine like that, and they can make Conflict 47 animations like they do for Warhammer. The same, bro. Somebody could probably get a ton of views doing that. It's hard work, though. Because this is like too modern, right? We need some sort of like, you know how we have this like the Space Marine stuff, the community-made stuff that people have made, the series, Astartes or whatever. Man, if we could just have something, and it doesn't even need to be super, super crazy looking, just even using some sort of older engine and just making some sort of cinematics, you know, some sort of like short 3-minute, 4-minute long videos of like a fireflies on a mission or something. Oh, I gotta learn. Maybe I can figure out how to do something basic like that, because that's something we're missing, dude. It'd be so good. Oh man, that'd be so good. I'm excited for somebody to do something like that one day. I'm sure somebody has the skills to do it in the community. It's just a lot of work. All right, so I'm excited for the Commonwealth. You know, we've been using the Commonwealth. Oh, where's my webcam? Hold on. We've been using. I was recording some videos. We've been using the Commonwealth, and Rev does have some actual Warlord miniatures, but a lot of it was 3D printed, like all the bots. And the quality was okay, but it was pretty much just to play with. But finally now, investing some money back into the channel with the sponsorship and whatnot. Here, I'll just show you guys. I ended up getting, so first off, shout out to the Tabletop Strategist. They didn't, you know, I don't have to even talk about this on stream, but what do you call it? They, you know, went out on a limb, sponsored the channel, and you know, I was very pleased. I was looking at their prices. I'm like, man, this is, like, for instance, not to disparage Warlord, but the prices are pretty damn good, especially being that you don't got to pay tariffs. So, like, $80 for automated platoon. I managed to get one for 70. So, this is what I ended up picking up. The automated platoon box, the new box here, with the automated Mark II director. There's 2 Mark IIs, and then there's the 10 Mark Is. So that'll be a good start to the army. We do have a Merlin Walker that Rev painted up from Warlord, which is really nice. They also, what do you call it, have the new Ursus infantry stuff. They have the new, I was going to get a new box of Mark I automated infantry, but I decided that's a little too much. Like, it already comes with quite a lot of robots, right? Yo, thank you, Tiki. Yeah, dude, shout out to the Tabletop Strategist, dude. They're in Florida. They're in the greater Orlando area, Oviedo, Florida, I think it's called. So what do you call it? Did they have a thing about their store? So they're located in Oviedo. I haven't been to Orlando. I've been to Tampa, so I've never been to Orlando before. But what do you call it? They're a veteran-owned business, small, kind of like mom and pop war game shop, which I love to hear. And the prices are great. So I was like, hell yeah, dude. I actually, like, I think I paid, what was it, like, it might have been a little bit more. Yeah, it was 19, so And like you said, no tariffs, which is great. I will say that apparently I did not know this, and I want to show you guys. I did not know this at all, but apparently I think I have tariff redemptions. Rev found this out. I don't know how he found it out because he reads everything. I don't read anything on my screen. But if you guys order from Warlord Games, we're paying tariffs. I paid tariffs recently in getting B for Birdie, the magazine, George Washington. Apparently, what you can do, I just want to make sure you guys know this because you can actually get your money back from the tariffs. I don't know how. Where is it? You got to go down to like. Do you guys know how you do it? Here we go. Shipping and delivery. How to claim a tariff rebate. For example, if your order comes to 120, checkout at the tariff will be calculated and added on just like a delivery fee. You will pay 32. After the 12 days, you can claim the $12 tariff from your order and use it as store credit. I want to let you guys know. I had no idea. And I think you have 60 days or 6 months after the purchase to do it. Did you guys know about this? I had no idea. Rev was talking about this. You know what, Warlord, I already applied for their affiliate program a while back and I've heard nothing back. I should make a they're going to hate me though. But I should make a video talking about how you can redeem your tariff thing because it's almost like hidden on the website. So I just want you guys to know if you've been ordering something from Warlord. I had no idea. Apparently I can get some money back from the tariff stuff, so just letting you guys know. But it is like that money is stuck in Warlord's system. You can't, you did pay the tariff. So, but yeah, the prices here are amazing. So what I ended up doing was I got the automated platoon box. I was thinking about getting the Mark IIs, but I'm a sucker for like humans in conflict. I really do like infantry and stuff like that. So I was so tempted to pick up this starter box. Like, oh, dude, I was so tempted. Just for the Percival and the Galahad armor troops and the dude with the Tesla cannon, I was like, oh man, I want that. But then I would get the older Mark 1s and 2s, and we already have like all the 3D printed ones Rev did. So I was like, all right, we have a Merlin Walker, right? Official Merlin Walker, beautifully painted up. I was like, you know what? Let me do this. Let me get this British Armored Infantry box, okay? Cheaper than $10 cheaper too, and that way I have 2 4-man squads of veterans, damage value 6, with their machine guns, and like give them tough fighters and stubborn. And so I have 2 squads of Galahad armor. I have the Warlord miniatures, which are remember the special edition miniatures where it's the guys in the nun outfit? So I'm going to use that as like my platoon commander. I have like 3 or 4 British models that came in that set. So I'll use some of those guys as platoon commanders. And then I can use the new automated box, the platoon box. So I have the director as the platoon commander. I have 1 squad of Mark II infantry, which is a 2-man. And I'll have 2 5-mans of Mark I infantry. Plus, I have B for Birdie already. So that plus a Merlin is like right around 1,500 points. And Rev has bolt action British guys for for fighting in Africa or whatever in that color scheme. So we can always use those. But I think what I'm going to do is I want to pick up a box of the British Commandos for like the D-Day scenarios and stuff that I want to do in the future for bolt action. And I think the Commandos would fit in well with like the Galahad dudes and some Mark 1s and Mark 2s. And it's different than what we've done on the channel. I'm trying to make sure we have different armies. I don't want like, we have like 2 different types of Commonwealth armies. You'll make a trip out to support the channel? Oh man, Tiki, tell him I sent you. What do you call it? Yeah, what do you call it? They were, I gotta say, I've never done a sponsorship before. They were amazing to work with. And what do you call it? If you watch the new battle report, I did a little ad read for him that I made up. So nothing crazy. I was going to do a skit, but my skits get a little out of hand. So I wanted to keep it a little bit more professional. But what do you call it? So I'm excited, dude. So not only did I pick up the conflict British armored infantry section, as well as the automated platoon box, but I'll show you. And this is what they have in stock. They do have less stuff in stock. It looks like maybe I bought that last box. They do have tons. They have listings for a bunch more conflict stuff, but what do you call it? They made a page for Mike Rolls, or for the link for the code with the conflict stuff in stock. But what you can do is you can get free shipping on orders on $75 or more if you're in the continental U.S., and that's on bolt action and conflict 47 stuff. So it does include bolt action stuff. But we're trying it out, and what do you call it? Again, shout out to the tabletop strategist. They kind of went out on a limb because, we're not a very big channel and all that. But I will say the community that is in conflict and the folks that watch my videos are always so supportive in terms of, like, my videos get pretty good amount of views for being a pretty small channel and stuff. So the video is already performing really well. So I figured it'd be a great video too, to like hype up the invasion of Amerika. So I'm super excited about it. Rev did pick up the Invasion Amerika pre-release stuff from Warlord. Otherwise, we'd probably be getting it here, as it's a little cheaper and whatnot. But what do you call it? We'll see in the future. Rev's been doing so much for the channel too, by the way. I think I need to pick up something for him at some point. So I don't know. Maybe sometime here soon. I want him to see. Maybe I'll buy him some Japanese tanks or something. I'll take some of the ad revenue and stuff from the channel and buy him some miniatures, because he's been putting so much hard work into printing terrain and like painting all the miniatures on his armies and stuff, and helping me film. I'm coming back to streaming on military time of 0000 to 3 o'clock EST. God, I'm an idiot. I'm trying. So you're streaming from 12 to 3 o'clock in the morning EST. Block on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I'll be painting my Cyberpunk Miami Vice themed the Gene Stealer cult for 40K. Oh, dude, that sounds awesome. I'll be there. I'll make sure to stop by. I was hanging out in Cosmic. I've been trying to hang out in Cosmic streams a little bit as well while I'm editing. Yeah, midnight to 3 a.m. I just wanted to sound like an idiot for a little bit. All right. But anyway, shout out again to Tabletop Strategist, dude. If you guys are, what do you call it? If you guys are looking to pick up some K47 stuff, they got great pricing. Hold on, let me move my mic. And what do you call it? We also get essentially a small kickback at no additional cost for you guys. So not only can you support them, but it also supports the channel without you guys having to, like, you can just watch, and if you want to buy some miniatures here in the U.S., then, what do you call it? You can support the channel that way. So anyways, I'm super excited for it. I'll shut up about that now, though. But I feel like I wanted to mention it because I'm proud of it. So, all right. Midnight to 3 a.m. Hell yeah, dude. I'm freaking ready. Yeah, you're near Tampa. The only reason I went to Tampa is because I had an ex-girlfriend there. So, what do you call it? It had been a year or two, and I was like, maybe we'll go pay a visit. It's hot, humid, sweaty. There's some beautiful places, though, in Florida. I love visiting Florida. I just couldn't live there, dude. I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I don't know how you adjusted to the temperature. As a Long Islander, I can't do it. Even with the Mediterranean blood in me. You know what I mean? Okay. So, what are we doing today? Let's get some tunes going real quick. And we are going to build B for Birdie and just kind of chit-chat about Invasion Amerika. We'll see if there's any, like, community posts as well. Well, give me a second here. Let's get... What do you guys want to listen to? Should we listen to some Command and Conquer? We got Age of Empires 2. We got... Fallout 3 Ambient. Medal of Honor. You know what? It's a rainy day. And some guy tried to sell me pesticides door to door. Okay, we don't even have grass, okay? We just have, like, all native plants and, like, vegetables in my backyard. I don't know how this guy thought he was going to sell his pesticides from coming in on my front lawn. But I grilled them too, real quick. I was just asking what sort of stuff they're spraying. They do. He's like, oh, we do permanent peppermint and this and that, but sometimes people ask us to go full nuclear within the state code. I'm like, oh, great. I told him I was a clamor. All that stuff washes in the water and goes into the bay. So, but anyways, I didn't want to waste his time because it was raining too. But he was riding like a scooter going door to door, you know. But he was like, all right, well, it's raining. So maybe he thought I was like, I don't know, just like hanging out, which he wouldn't be wrong, honestly. But he was like, all right, well, enjoy your movie for your rainy day or something like that. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But that just made me think, what's good on a rainy day? Start it over, Jerry. Nostalgia. That's what. Good miniature making music. Yo, Gruesome Dread. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Alright, let's crack open B for Birdie. I was going to make a video on this, but I'm not Sean, Squig Herder Sean, who, by the way, still says you're AI, okay? So we are going to have to do a, we're going to have to, like, show off your hands in a video and a battle report to prove you're real. I'll have to take a DNA test, though. But I was going to do a video on this, but we're already doing the George Washington one. I have 2 Turkish custom faction videos I'm going to do. So I was like, you know what, let's just build this on stream. This is for my U.S. Army, but now that I bought all of this Commonwealth, the platoon box and the Galahad dudes, or not the Galahad, but the heavy infantry guys, looks like we're going to be starting a British Army as well, so. Oh, this is cool. This is really nice. Is this what they're doing with the new heroes? I love the box, first off. It's a lot better than the plastic. And, yeah, he's been sending me photos of his fez. He's been sending me photos of him and his fez. Alright? He's been DMing me every day. Alright? I'm not complaining, though. He does look good in a fez. But he does have a leopard print fez that he wears in real life. So, I think he does win the fez war, technically. But that being said, I have to get my own fez now. You're currently patiently waiting for your D-Day airborne infantry platoon for your bolt action army. Oh, very nice. Are you talking about the Kurahi or Kurahi box, or did you just get the airborne? I was thinking about getting the start army, but I think I might just get the platoon box, and because I have the U.S. winter. But I'd like to start a, like, summertime. I don't know, I'm also thinking about doing Marines as well, because they would also work well for conflict, but I have the wintertime U.S. Army starter box. Alright, you know what, let's read this, because it's cool. Also, let me crack open a seltzer. Sorry, freaking cottonmouth. Alright. Built at the English Electric Works in Preston, B for Birdie came off the production line just like any other Mark I automaton. However, it was during its initial deployment as part of Operation Cavalier near Antwerp, Belgium, that it could be said that Birdie was born. Bernie. Yeah, it's Bernie. Yeah, this is my robot, Bernie. Heavily damaged in an ambush from Axis Panzermechs, Birdie was separated from its unit, left alone. Its primitive automated system unexpectedly adapted, and Birdie became something other than a simple factory-made automaton. Having self-repaired and gathered supplies, it set off on a new odyssey. Yeah, so Birdie has just gained sentience. This is actually where Skynet starts, is B for Birdie, and it's actually the rat talking to him on his shoulder that's giving him all the information on how to one day destroy society. That is why, as an American player, we do need to invade the UK, just for their own good. You know what I mean? Just to make sure the robots don't get out of hand. But, I think what he does is he collects components from other machines and other automatons, and he, like, repairs himself, and he kind of just does his own thing now, while fighting the Axis. So you can see he's got his little backpack with its bits in there. Very simple. This is what I love about Warlord models, whether it's bolt action or conflict. Very simple to assemble, and very minimal mold lines, I'm assuming. Especially with their new stuff, the mold lines has been absolutely spectacular on the bolt action and the newer bolt action and Conflict 47 plastic miniatures. Alright, so what do we got? We got his HMG, because he is equipped with an HMG. There's something built into the base. It looks like a bayonet on a Mark 1 autocannon that's like buried in the ground, because he's probably salvaging other robots. Oh, dude, the rat! There's the rat on his shoulder. See, look what I mean. Look how clean it is. Look how clean the sprue's laid out. Oh, God, I love Warlord. They don't love me, but that's okay. That's okay. No, I'm joking. I don't know. It's like a joke at this point in the community that, like, what do you call it? We did the, like, Invasion Alaska, then the Invasion America stuff. Then, like, I'm doing a Turkish army. Apparently, they're going to have some sort of Turkish faction or sub-faction or something. Next, watch, the first mission in Invasion America is going to be radar dishes you have to blow up, like a multi-demolition scenario, like the new video. I'm going to be like, God damn it! Like, me and some dude in the UK are, like, connected psychic, you know, or spiritually at Warlord. Because we're, like, inside their head or something. I have a psychic link. And simple, too. Such a nice model to build. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, you know, look. I love Warlord. And, you know, they probably only have limited, you know, resources and all that. So, I don't know. Maybe they're not trying to take on a bunch of creators or whatever. But, I emailed them with that email you sent me. They just never responded. So, I went through their official affiliate thing. So, who knows. You know what? Honestly, I just did it because people were like, yo, I want to buy Conflict stuff. And I want to support the channel. Like, multiple people were asking if I had, like, a Warlord affiliate link or something. So, shout out to the Tabletop Strategist. They kind of stepped up. And they reached out to me, so everything kind of worked out. If you're asking me, Warlord's missing an opportunity, not, you know, picking both of us up, Tiki, you know? A couple of hot shots in the Conflict community. But I will say, I am no Tiki the Hut. You deserve it more than me. Your names are ringing out in the halls of Mordhala, or whatever. I don't know, whatever Mordian calls his inner lair. All right. By the way, I'm like, maybe it's because it's so far away, but I cannot really see any mold lines. I'm gonna try and see if I can use the camera. I don't really think there's any mold lines. I just gotta clean up my botch job of clipping. I gotta get new clippers. My clippers are... my poor clippers. I put them through hell and back. I think it's time to get some new ones. Yeah, I'm like expecting to see mold lines. Unless they really... oh, you know what? They very cleverly, I think, maybe had it on this edge. I mean, you can't even see it, dude. Does Mordian do his mold lines? I don't think he does, right? With Conflict? I watch him put some stuff together. I think you can get away with it with this. Like, Rev never used to do his mold lines or anything like that for his guard. And I was yelling at him. I'm like, you're going to regret it. And then, like a year later, he's like, you're totally right. I wish I did all the mold lines. But with, like, Warlord, you don't really have to, you know? You pass the torch? Nah, we can hold it. It'll be like an Olympic ceremony, you know? Where, like, it's a communal effort. Cosmic, Tiki, and then you got all the dudes, Klovek, Scar, everybody making Conflict content. Because I'd say the big dogs, Mordian, Tabletop Command Post, Barefoot Miniatures, Cinematic Tabletop, those guys have been putting in work for a while, you know what I mean? And they deserve it too. I love all those channels. I'm sure I'm missing some other ones, but Barefoot Miniatures just put out a great battle report with the automatons. I still have to finish it. I watched like half of it the other day. Those channels motivate me to improve my improve my terrain, by the way. I watch a tabletop command post video. I'm like, I should go finish those 20 trees downstairs I've been putting off for months. And then when I'm done, I'm like, I feel so much better. Now let me make 20 more trees. Cinematic tabletop is peak. You know what? I would like to do a thing where it's almost like a little mini podcast where we do a episode where I bring on other conflict creators just to talk about, you know, their channel, their experience, like conflict. And I was thinking, I'm like, who's like the oldest Conflict 47 content creator on the platform? There may be people that have done it earlier, but as far as I know, Cinematic Tabletop has been making like high quality K47 videos for quite a while now with the first edition game. So I would love to do like a if we ever do something like that, you know, get like maybe do like a little short sit down on Discord or something and chat with like Tabletop Command Post or Cinematic Tabletop and whatnot, and other channels, of course, smaller channels. I think Tiki's in there. I don't know. Attention Labs, Guerrilla Games, and maybe Cinematic. Oh, Guerrilla Games did some K47. You're right. Yeah, Guerrilla Games is great. Guerrilla Games is who I watch when I'm looking for obscure games. I'm like, okay, by the way, real quick, I'll show you. This is going to be a solo thing. It's not going to happen for a while, and you know what? I don't even know if the views are going to be crazy, but these solo games are going to be more for the fun stuff. But I want to show you. Guess what I got? I got 2 games. What are the 2 new war games I picked up the PDFs for, chat? What do you think they are? One of them was a recommendation by Tiki. They got you into Gaslands. Dude, I love that. I'm telling you right now, Tiki, and now I know why you were like, holy shit, you're playing Gaslands. That was probably one of the most fun games we played in a while. Unfortunately, it got like 200 views on my channel, which is like unheard of. But you know what? The people are commenting on it, like, we need more Gaslands content in the community. So even though it doesn't do good views-wise, every once in a while, I'll allow the channel to have a video that doesn't do good. We'll make sure we sprinkle in Gaslands, because, oh my god, it was so freaking good, dude. What the hell was I going to do? I don't even remember. Oh, the games, the brand new games. Hold on. I got 2 brand new games. What do you guys think they are? War games. Gaslands and Bolt Action is what I play for fun. Yeah. Dude, Gasland, if you guys haven't checked out Gaslands, oh my god. So freaking good. Well, I'll show you the first one because nobody guessed it, but check it out. I'm so excited for this because can you guess one of my favorite video game series of all time? Stalker. I haven't read The Roadside Picnic. I want to read it because, you know, I'm an adult now. Anomalies. Sukablat. Ukrainians. Russians. Before all the actual stuff started happening. Well, this is an alternate world. Chernobyl. Exclusion Zone. Alright? Hell yeah. Zona Alpha. And it also comes with solo rules. Yeah, Stalker is one of my favorite all-time video game series. It's so good. If you guys haven't checked out like Stalker Anomaly, the free mod, it's better than like anything that they've ever made. But anyways, this is very cool, and they have solo rules. So I'm gonna try and play it solo, and you can like advance with your dudes. You go in, you get loot. I'm gonna be like fighting mutants and bandits. There's another book for Zone Alpha called Contraband. Oh, is that with like more equipment? And because it's like, I want multiple types of shotguns. They only have one shotgun. I want the short barrel, you know, the double barrel short one that everyone uses in Stalker to start out with, compared to like a nice shotgun. Is it like is it, I think I saw, I gotta pick it up then. I gotta pick it up. So I'm excited for that. This game is very cool. And the other game I picked up, which I really have been, especially on Instagram, and also I think I watched Guerrilla Games play it. And I think this could be really cool for solo videos or playing with friends. Like Rev might want to play it too, but maybe playing with some of my other friends that aren't as like super into wargaming. This seems like a very simple game to pick up and play. Let me go up to the tippy top. I've been really wanting to pick up this one for a while, so I picked up the PDF. And that's 1490 Doom. It's like a 3-player, or it's a 2-player, 3-model warband on each side. And it's like there's noxious gas that slowly rises up. And you have to get your models higher up. So it's like a 2-foot round board, a tiny little board, 2-foot wide, or 2-foot wide, circular. And there's like, you build a little castle or you have some sort of terrain, and the minis have to like, it's all about climbing up to the top to try and survive. So it's almost like it's very interesting. It's almost like a video game type of mechanic with like, you know, like PUBG with like a circle closing or something. So it's pretty cool. Did somebody say fezzes? Ah, there he is. What's going on, Sean? How's it going, brother? Yeah, I was bragging about your fezzes. And yo, Slim Thunder, what's up, dude? But anyway, this game is sick. Very cool. I watched a couple games of it in the past, and it's I think it's perfect for me to do like solo or play with chat, because I can almost fit a 2x2 round circular thing on this board. So I can like film a cool little game right here and set up like a castle that I could spin around on a Lazy Susan, and then I can have like trees around here so I can film it, you know what I mean? So I'm excited. 1490 Doom is really cool, and then Zona Alpha I'm really excited for. All right, I'm out of here. The chat smells like chicken droppings. Oh, you gonna let him talk like that to you, Sean? He says, hell no. He's coming in with the 5 gifted. Sheesh. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, dude. Going out to the Ron Krapik, Eric Champion, Brad Serenity, DS D Scrimmager, Bone Apple Tea Party. I love reading out the names, by the way. And Bone Apple Tea Party. Hell yeah. Very good. Yo, thank you, Sean. Appreciate that, my friend. You just got done working in the garden. Hookah time? Oh, I love to hear it. I love to hear it. It's always hookah time around here. Never is not hookah time, to be honest with you. It's always hookah time somewhere. But thank you, dude. What's going on, Sean? How you doing? He's like, you're polishing your fez collection? The tassels. You know, I'm gonna have to get a fez now, right? You know that? Out of pure spite. I didn't even want one, but I think I have to get one now. But I'm gonna like see if I can get a custom one made in Turkey. That's like, if you're into fezzes, it's considered the holy grail of fezzes. You don't speak to the dead, you're not a necromancer. All the Tiki slander. Don't listen to it, chat. Tiki's real, okay? He's here in chat. He is a real person. He goes diving for megalodon teeth. Alright? That's why you haven't seen him. He's actually going to have a new episode on Shark Week coming out called Tiki's Hula Girls. That's just the name of the show. Tiki's Hula Girls. Has nothing to do with Hula Girls, but... Isn't that what you call it or something? Your undead Tiki Hula Girls? Tiny little mold line on the leg. I probably don't even need to work on it, but... I'd say probably if you're going to not touch up a mold line on a mini, it's probably the bots too. You could just leave it, right? Because it's like... Looks almost like a little seam of a metal or something. Though I guess you want the seam in the right place. Doesn't really fit. You made 100 pre-rolls this morning. You know, that's even too much for me. I've sat down and rolled like 10, 15, knowing I was going to go like on a fishing expedition or like be out in the woods for like 30 minutes. But 100? You know what? God bless. Round of applause for that. Zombie hula girls are awesome. They eat fireflies for brunch. That's something we need. We need Shibitu. There's Shibitu squads, right? Is that what they're called? Rev hasn't featured them on the channel. Oh, but I also, too, Tiki, at some point, I really want to just, even if it's like a couple minutes, I would love to sit down in Discord and record, you know, maybe we could do it in the near future. It doesn't need to be soon, but I can also be like, yo, make sure to go check out Tiki and shout out your new stream schedule. But, what do you call it? I would love to get a quick little word from you on the Japanese and how you like playing them. I would like to make a video before the, or, you know, for the Invasion America release and everything or whatever, talking about the Japanese, and I'm going to have Rev explain how he likes to play them, what he thinks their strengths and weaknesses are. If you're down for something like that, let me know. It would not take long. It would... Well, it depends how long you want to take. Because that's Rev's favorite army. He's like... Can I play Japanese? We're playing Japanese? We're playing Japanese? So I was like, we got to do a couple, you know, we got to do our special Firefly Totem Core stuff, but Invasion America is coming out. And we're going to play Japanese like 24/7. Unlike Sean, I like you, so reach out anytime. Sean loves me, dude. Do you think he sends photos of him wearing a fez to anybody? I haven't seen those floating around on the internet. I've done my research. Tiki eats firefly sausages for brunch. You mean from the tinned firefly rations? Of course. Cigarettes, chocolate, sausages. Eileen having a Chihas and zombies? Yeah, you convinced Rev that the anti-tank Chihas are the way to go. I will say, if you watch the new battle report, and I would appreciate if, you know, I would at least get a couple bonsais in there, in the comment section. But, I'm joking. What do you call it? The Shiboro cannon did pretty good, but you have completely turned Rev over to the anti-tank version. And you know what? You kind of convinced me in the Tesla. The Teslas are pretty good for the Shermans, but just a base Sherman with a medium anti-tank does work. I do like that in conflict. Yeah, Rev's, to sum it up, Rev's thing is like mass infantry, inexperienced dudes with like anti-tank grenades. He's got like bamboo stick exploding guys, and tons and tons of assault infantry, and some Chihas, maybe a mech. Because the good thing about walkers, you can run them into infantry, you can do this. I'm not going to spoil the new video, but he, as usual, Rev uses walkers to his advantage in the utmost capability. Only single men in his area? Must be why you gotta keep saying you gotta visit someday. Yeah. Like, see, you know, would you guys get a room? Huh? You guys are gonna make out in the chat. You're making everyone uncomfortable. Alright, Valor Games left. No, I'm joking. He's watching in the corner. Let's clean up this little area here, a little mold line. Now, I hope you guys are having a good start of your day, or halfway through your day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I'm gonna eat some lunch after this. Just had a little nut bar. Those Kirkland nut bars, dude. A little chocolate. And like some caramel on there. Sheesh. Ah, I'm messing with you, Valor. I knew you were gonna say I'm doing something. Hell yeah. I'm just messing around. Alright, looking good. We're getting any little bits of mold lines or anything off there. So what's everyone working on? I know some folks are waiting for some miniatures, like some airborne bolt action. Is anyone doing any hobbying stuff right now? We'll take a look at where the Turks are at here. I've been doing a little painting. Oh man, that's really my next big project, I think. Even though now I just ordered a whole Commonwealth army, so that's going to be something as well. We had a room once. It was in Bogota back in '85. He sold you out to the gendarmerie and made off with all the powder. That's why there's so much unresolved tension. I see, I see. Damn. Gendarmerie. Wait, Jean-Claude Van Damme was working with the cops down there in Colombia? No. I know, dumb joke. How awesome was Jean-Claude Van Damme movies in the 90s, though? In the 80s. I used to rent Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, like, all the time from Blockbuster back in the day. That was my jam. There was, like, the Time Cop one, I think. There was, of course, Bloodsport. A couple other really good ones. Some wacky ones. Why would Bogota have a national police on the French style? Ah, it was International Interpol. That's why. It was destined for Paris. Even I know. I got you on that one, Tiki. It's okay. It's alright. We've all made mistakes in the past. Well, look, at least he invested the Coke money into his Japanese army, alright? And his scuba gear, so... at least he did something with it, Sean. Fueled on square grouper? Oh, God. Motherfuckers. These are the pillars of the Conflict 47 community, everybody. Squigherder Sean and Tiki the Hut. Warlord featured painter Squigherder Sean and the famous, infamous, actually, Tiki the Hut. The National Police of Colombia. See, Sean definitely was doing something with the Fez in Colombia. Somebody's gonna have to look into that. Talk to Interpol. My contacts in Paris. On Montmartre Street. Or Pigalle Street. Which is the street where all the, like, titty bars and, like, the sex clubs are in, France. It's where Moulin Rouge is. Moulin Rouge is, like, family-friendly compared to the crap that they got on that street, dude. I wonder if it's still the same. It probably is, but I was there in, like, the 90s, dude. That place was crazy. You guys ever been to Paris? You know, if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. The place was wild. There's like fast food joints right next to like the craziest strip clubs you've ever seen. like the equivalent to the McDonald's or something. The mullahs? You know, there's probably a ton of Turkish dudes over there loving it. They're gonna ask you for the address, right? Alright. Cleaning up the HMG here. I really don't see... Is there any mold line I can see? It's like... I need like a freaking magnifying glass to find the mold lines, which is so good. So easy to work with. You have a photo of Sean smoking hookah with the gendarme with no pants. Well, I mean, if you're going to smoke hookah, you got to get comfortable. You can't really enjoy the shisha. Dude, I haven't smoked hookah in a while. Smoking hookah in Turkey it was just so good. Like drinking Turkish beer. I was like 18 too. Drinking Turkish beer, smoking hookah for like all afternoon, sitting at a cafe right by the Mediterranean Sea. Like, God. Like, talk about living the dream, dude. In like a small Turkish seaside town. Like, everyone has summer homes, even like poor people there. Because they just got like a little house they can go to for the summer or something. You remember that night? Yeah, yeah. Boxers or briefs? Alright, let's glue Birdie up, shall we? I gotta figure out, dude, what am I gonna do for the color scheme? I don't know. I might end up making my own British bolt-action army one day with, like, airborne guys to use along with Rev's, what do you call it? Not Africa Corps. What did they call the British equivalent to the Africa Corps? What was the name? Was it the British? Was it the African Expeditionary Force or something? Is that what they called the Brits that were fighting in Africa? I love the little base topper too. That's nice. I could sprinkle in some dirt to make it a little cleaner. It does look pretty good though, just the way it is. He smelled of Terburg Red and the regret for weeks. Don't we all? I don't even know what Terburg Red is. Is that some sort of cologne or something? Or like a liqueur? Or cigarettes or something? What the hell is that? Do I want to know what the hell you guys are doing down there, huh? I probably don't. Very nice. By the way, dude, this little 3D printed thing that Red made for me, I love it. I like the mismatched color scheme on the photos, for example. It really makes them look like... You know what? That is a great idea. For Birdie, especially. So, like, this is the common color scheme it looks like they use, which is sort of like the brown, tannish, British color they use for, like, the African Expeditionary Force or whatever the hell it's called. But, they also use green in the British Army as well. We'll take a look at some of the color schemes they do. This is for Birdie. I think I'm gonna have to do mismatched colors. That's a great idea. Maybe picking some funky stuff too. But for the main British Commonwealth Army, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna paint the bots and the power armor dudes. I saw somebody turn his cape into the British flag. I saw that on Instagram too. That did look sick. That did look sick for sure. That might be above my pay grade. I don't know if I'm that good at, but we could always try something. I don't know though what to do. We'll have to see. All right, not that I really need instructions, but they got it. Might as well just quick reference. Oh, it's gonna go like this, I think, right? I see. There's little slots. Very nice. I was thinking it was going to be like a Warhammer piece. I had to... While it's still somewhat wet, not dry, I can manipulate it, I guess. If I need to. He's got his little foot position there, the position in that. Oh man, the hero models are so easy to work with. I'm excited for the new Slammer Samuels. I was thinking, you know, maybe I should have picked that up. I asked Rev, I was like, oh, let me get the new Slammer Samuels. He's like, I want it. And I'm like, what the hell, you haven't played your US Army yet. But I might need to pick up Slammer Samuels from Tabletop Strategist eventually. The new one with the power armor fist or whatever, you know? Terburg, I thought about doing K-47 take on the 1st Caribbean Regiment for the British. Ooh. Atatiki the Turk. Hell yeah, brother. It's alright. Me and Tiki will have cool custom fezzes that we're going to have made in tiger stripe pattern. Tiki's like, don't you dare think I'm wearing a fez. I think I just have to get one though that now for the memes. So when one day me and Sean play a game together on the channel, I can wear a fez and he can wear a fez. It's like a formal battle between fez dudes. And I had no intention. I didn't even care about the fezzes, but you brought up this fez hatred towards me instead of a fez brotherly love. Yeah, so what? My Turks are going to murder all of the Axis troops, okay? Get the hell out of the Anatolian Plateau. Get the hell out of Istanbul. That being said, you know, still wearing fezzes. Alright, this is little radar beam head. Custom fezzes, hang out on Discord and speak fondly of oppressing the Americans? No, no, no. The Turks will play with the on the American side until they need to reassess the situation. Look, there's always going to be bad Turkish troops that are working with the Axis, because everyone knows the Axis are inherently the evil guys of conflict. We can all agree on it, including Sean. We can all move on now, okay? So, that being said, there are Turks that are looking to work with the Axis. We call them traitors in this household. But that being said, there are. In fact, what you need to do is you need to make some Turkish dudes that are like the traitors for the inevitable one-day fight. Because now in the lore, you know, it's like the Mike Rolls Dice Turkish army. And it's already confirmed. You need your own Turks. Evil Turks. It's called New Little Peacock in Popol. It's too hard to say. We got to come up with something different. Okay? Oh, that's your version. Okay, I see. New Little Peacock and Opal. Okay, there you go. Really rolls off the tongue, that one. The Axis pioneered recycling. I don't know what you're talking about. True. You mean with humans? Dead humans? They recycle? Yeah. There we go. What do we think? I think it looks pretty darn good. So we got an HMG, which looks sick. And I realized, like, is this upside down? But no, this is how he holds it. Where's the charging handle? I guess it's on the other side, huh? Oh no, charging handle is on this side, I see. Should we drill out the barrel? I probably should have done that before. I kind of want to drill out the barrel. I never do that. Where's my, let's do it for fun. Ah! Stop smacking the mic. Damn it. I bought these little sticky things. I never use them now. Let's drill out the barrel. Maybe I can, like, make a... When I'm done painting it and all that, I can make something sticking out of there, like a little effect. Make it look like machine gun fire, you know? Alright. Always gotta go way... These are really small. Maybe this is why I never really drill them out, because it's freaking way smaller than a Warhammer thing, even as a giant heavy machine gun. If this was a Warhammer machine gun, it'd be like 3 times the diameter. Actually, I haven't... So Rev just finished his Knight Army, actually. I was about to say, I haven't done anything 40k related in, like, a year and a half now. But he just finished his Knight Army, which he bought the Knights and everything, and then they made 11th edition, and they changed it all, so now half of the models he bought he can't even really use or something, he told me. And that reminded me, Thank God I'm not buying Warhammer crap right now. Sheesh. Ah, you look like you had ideas for 10th edition. Wrong. All right. This is hard. It's a hard one to start for some reason. Maybe the drill bit's kind of shit. You know what? I'm gonna take the arm off because it's barely glued on at this point. This drill bit, I mean, it doesn't look too large, but I'm having a hard time like getting it started on this plastic for some reason. It's probably my bit. It's crap. Oh yeah, this bit looks like shit. Let me try a smaller one or something. We might not be drilling it out, honestly. Might be a glue something to the end of it situation. These bolt action things are just so tiny compared to like Warhammer. Look at this Amazon drill kit thing. You know, it works pretty good. I can't complain. The bits do slip a bunch. Probably be better to get one of those little electric ones, honestly, but okay, I think the bit was just absolutely dulled out or something. You know, I think this plastic just doesn't drill well. Do you guys drill the bolt action stuff, like your barrels? I feel like this plastic's maybe just a little bit harder or something than the Warhammer stuff. I've never tried drilling out a bolt action barrel. I mean, I'm doing it, but it's not really making any progress. I'm not taking too much material off. Maybe I gotta put more pressure on. I don't want to stab myself here. Oh, it's like really not drilling that easy. Let's see if one of these big sharp bits can like... It's not like really taking material off. I think I'm just going to leave it, I guess. I did make a slight depression in there, but... I never really see people do it. I normally drill barrels, but I haven't with the Warlord stuff. Yeah, it seems like a harder plastic. It's not really drilling. I've never tried it before. That's why I was curious. I mean, these bits, look, the bits are probably some of the most dog shit drill bits you can get out of China, I'm assuming. But for plastic, doesn't really matter, it seems like, for the most part, when it comes to, like, doing a Space Marine arm or something. Which I've done a bunch of magnetization on all my Space Marines. Alright, well, you learn something new every day. This plastic seems to be a little bit harder. Not necessarily the sort of thing you drill. Interesting. Okay. Well, you learn something new every day. I'm trying to think what I could always glue something on after, but I think you can take like hot glue, right? I've done it before where I've made flames with hot glue before for D&D. I feel like maybe I could take my hot glue gun and just do like some sort of maybe a piece of metal glued to it and then some sort of thing or something so it like looks like a tiny flame shooting out of it from like the barrel burst. I don't know. That was kind of the idea, but we're not that far ahead yet. The thing needs to get primed, this, that. I can always glue something like that on way later in the process. Well, that was pretty quick, man. That took us virtually no time, and I was yapping the whole time too, so it was very easy as usual. Make sure the arms look proper. Hell yeah, dude, looks good. Yeah, learned something new. I've never tried drilling a Warlord barrel. Wow, Birdie's actually really big. Are the Mark 1s, Mark 2s this big? Or is this a Mark 1? I know Rev has his 3D printed ones, but I just never played against real Mark 1s or 2s. But they're actually this big, huh? They're pretty tall. They're like almost Shrek, or like, you know, they're like borderline that size. I mean, he is on the larger base too. I didn't even realize that, so. Well, I'm excited to put together all the other automated units and stuff and try them out. Alright, well that's B for Birdie right there, our automated infantry hero. Very nice. I'm going to have to prime that up and paint it. What else do we got? I got all sorts of different stuff. We probably should take a look at the Turkish stuff. Oh, some of it's in the basement, but maybe we do a little Turkish army painting. It's been a while. I got this little rogue. I might use this for 1490 Doom. I gotta paint that stuff. But they are towering. Oh, they're pretty large then. Yeah, dude. So I did a little camo job. We did this on stream, I think, but I gotta finish with the brown. This is the Turkish Tepegöz. I need to. We have the cavalry. Let's just take this out. So we got Vogelspinners. We got horses. Some of the stuff I need to paint on video, so at least one model I can't, you know, for each to paint for the video. But I'll just show you guys. We'll leave that horse away, and then all the basic Turkish infantry in there as well. I'll give you a little update where we're at. And maybe what we'll do is we'll continue painting Janissaries. By the way, this is probably going to be my favorite unit. I don't know, I'm conflicted because there's Jin. I think the Whirling Dervishes are probably my favorite unit overall because we're actually part of, what do you call it, a certain dervish sect ourselves. But the cavalry guys, dude, these guys are so cool. If you do get an extra box of robots, I suggest Mark IIs just to get more Teslas. Yeah, I think I was going to get another box of the Mark 1s. I was like, that's a little too much. But maybe in the future I'll get another box of Mark IIs. Because it comes with, what, 4? So you can either have, like, with the 2 I get from the automated platoon box, then I'll have 6 total. That should be okay. I didn't want to go super, super heavy with the robots, though. I really love the, like, power armor guys and stuff. But, Rev has a full army of, like, 3D printed robots, so we can always use that as well. But we'll see. We'll start off with what we got. Because I also got to work on this stuff. So, but these guys, dude, I'm so excited for. Finally have cavalry in Conflict 47. So the one thing that sucks, I'm going to use the cavalry rules. We might adjust it slightly, but that means I need to make mounted versions and unmounted versions. So like how these Janissaries are, I need to make... I'm essentially just going to print Janissaries, just like this, but put these heads and maybe a lance on them or something to make them, to show that they're the unmounted version. Because in bolt action, the way cavalry works is you need mounted and unmounted versions of the miniatures to represent whether they're on the model or not. So I'm going to do it the right way. But I think what I'm going to do with the horses is some sort of metallic dry brushing like this, pick out some colors, and then paint the horse, keep it pretty simple. These guys are going to be painted in the Janissary paint style. White pants, red cloaks and all that. Maybe we'll figure out something for the turbans. And then the dervishes are going to be mostly white, but with red and some camo accenting as well. So, you know, some people, they're like, oh, you know, I don't know. I think... I get it, you know, there's like, the coloration's a little funky, but I wanted to keep it true to like the desert camo color, but also mixing the Turkish colors, you know. I guess I could have gone red and white and all this crazy colors for like the main camo, but I wanted them to have that like Turkish, Ottoman, traditional style look while mixing in like modern Conflict 47 warfare stuff, so I'm happy with how they came out, and I think they're not done because, or you know what, this would be a good test, especially that Sean's here. I did get, they don't have purple, so we might need to do customization here, like mixing purple paint with this. I don't know if that'll work, or maybe using purple as the base coat and then going with the power node glow. So I did get the glow paint, which is like the UV infused paint. Because we're representing the fact that they have alchemical ammunition and they have alchemical armor as well. So what I'm thinking is on the edges of the armor or in some of the nooks and crannies, there's like little crevices. I don't know how to do it, either by starting off with white as the base coat, so this is really bright, or maybe trying to start off with like a purple and then go with the power node on top, and it'll like give us a little bit more purplish color as opposed to this like hot pinkish color. They didn't have a purple glow fluorescent paint though, and I did want to try this stuff out. So I guess we could try mixing it with some Army Painter purple paint, or yeah, the Army Painter stuff, and seeing if it like mixes together okay and it still has a cool look. But I do need to figure out how I'm going to do that, because like the edges of the armor, on the armor plating, the raised areas, I'm trying to somehow give it the look that it is imbued with alchemical rift energy. You know what I mean? So I think we'll be able to do that, because there's cool little like areas in the gas packs too, especially, or if they have the face mask, I think it'll work well on the metallic face mask in the eyes and stuff like that. So we can always try it on this guy as well. But what I've been doing is, in the spare time, I've been painting the Janissaries just so I can, what do you call it? Get them there. I have a ton of work to do, but so what we could do is we could either continue painting Janissary armor and stuff like that, and we probably will, because we're going to be streaming for a little while today. But I'd also like to try the power glow. I would try white or pink first and then do the glow and see if you like it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not necessarily opposed to this color as well. I kind of just like the idea of purple, but we can still have some purple mixed in there. Like I use some, like this for instance is purple, so what I could do is try and put, I guess what I could do is take a little bit of white, go over the purple, and then put the power glow. And you know, it'll have maybe some sort of interesting effect. So yeah, I don't know, like, I did darken up the armor because you mentioned it was, like, so bright, and that's how we went with this color scheme. But now I need to go back and, like, I think what I'll do is lightly hit the edge and the raised areas with a tiny bit of white paint, and then go with the power glow on top. Purple doesn't really fluorescent because it has a lot of blue pigments. Yeah. That's what I figured, because they had certain colors that they had for the, because I looked up fluorescent paints in general. I kind of went on a little looking up different brands and different types of paints and stuff. I know you guys mentioned the Army Painter, though, glow effect paint. So, alright, well, I guess before we go crazy, I am going to run and grab a drink here, because I've been yapping. But I guess when I get back, what we'll do is we'll try out this power node paint, and I can always, because this one's kind of taken apart, I can always go back over and redo it if I want, right? But probably what we'll do is, being that the arms are off, it's easy to work with, we'll hit the raised areas with white, which is a great point. I need to go down in the basement and grab some white paint. But we'll hit the raised area with white, and then we'll hit the power node on top and see what it looks like. So, yeah, I'm very excited. I've been working on the rules off stream, obviously at night. I've been working on my game, tackling or conquering the apocalypse. There's like 2 versions, so I've been like working on that. But I was like revisiting, because I think we're honestly, it's more so now getting to the point to where I just need to finalize the army rules and the unit abilities for the custom units, and I just need to finish 3D printing and painting these. I have all the different units picked out, the miniatures for the units in STLs, or whether warlord conversions and stuff. So I have all, like, pretty much everything. It's just more so now I need to get the work done. I need to finish 3D printing. Like, what I would like to do is, I'd like to do 6 more horseback riders or cavalry. That means I need to print 2 sets of unmounted cavalry dudes. So we'll see. Maybe we'll start off with 1 6-man. And I need to print another set of Whirling Dervishes or Janissaries. Preferably at least Janissaries, because these guys are like the basic advanced infantry. While the Whirling Dervishes, the Jinn, the Cavalry Riders, they're more like specialized infantry or something. So these guys are like the main army force next to just regular Turkish troops. And we also got Vogelspinners. So this is the actual turret top from the real kit, and these are 3 printed by Rev. So I roughed them all up, made them look like they were scratched up by Ursus infantry, airbrushed them. So we're going to be doing probably a similar camo scheme to once this one's done. We're going to do something like this on here. We're really just winging it, and that's my usual style when it comes to painting. So I usually have an idea, and then I drift away from it at some point and just kind of go off the rails. But that's kind of the fun part of miniature stuff for me. All right. Well, let's see. I'm going to run and grab a drink real quick. We'll take a quick break. It's only going to be a couple minutes. We could just put the slideshow on. I was going to play the intro of the video, but I want you guys to actually go watch the new battle report. So I'll let you guys do that on your own. But what I'll do here is I'll throw on the slideshow real quick. Chat, I'm just going to run. I'll hit the hookah lounge real quick, grab a drink, grab some paint. I'll be back in a couple minutes. If you've been sitting down for a while, staring at your phone or doing some hobby stuff, stretch your legs a little bit, get some blood flowing, all right? I know my old ass needs it, and I'll be back in just a moment, all right? Appreciate you guys hanging out, so what do you call it? Let's switch you on over. And let's mix it up. Let's go Resident Evil 2 OST. Oh. These save room musics are some of my favorite songs. The save room music, some of my favorite songs of all time from video games. All right, chat. I'll be back in just a moment. Appreciate you guys. Alright, we're back. Landscaper's on time as usual. So Sean said he would help me with fluorescent paints, and then he told me to try harder. Yep. You gotta send him photos of fezzes. Like, hey, did you check out this fez website? Otherwise, he won't give you the good tips. That's the actual trick. Real quick, I wanted to show you guys something. We gotta look up a video of whirling dervishes. You guys gotta check it out. Because even though they're downstairs in the basement, this is sort of the... I don't think I'll get copyright for this, hopefully. But this is what I want you to picture. Not running. This is what's coming down the road to wipe Sean's Axis army off the map, alright? Freaking whirling dervishes, oud music, alright? You want to talk about a cool fez? Alright? That's the next level of fez. Alright? Look at the height. Alright? You think, where's the tassels? They should have tassels because they're spinning. No. You don't want to distract from the mesmerizing cloaks they're wearing, okay? So shout out to, yep, Sufis, that's right. And which Sufism is kind of just like a way of practicing Islam and stuff. And really, it goes back to, like, there's a ton of, like, almost like mysticism or mystique around Sufism and all that. It's pretty cool. But anyways, the real thing that matters is you get to essentially kind of meditate in a cool dance with cool hats to badass music. Okay? I just wanted to let the folks know that's what's coming for Sean. All right? The whirling dervishes are in the basement though, and I just realized I don't have the white. I left the white paint down there, but it's okay. We can use this company gray. It's pretty much like white paint. Since Berlin back in '93. Also, Frosty, what's going on, dude? How you been, brother? What you been up to? I gotta find old Turkish music that won't copy strike me that we could play on the channel. I had my dad recommend some songs because I was on Instagram and I looked up like Turkish music for one of the posts. And he's like, that's the song, that one, use that one. He's like, it's like a Turkish, old Turkish song. He started singing it like, Alright, I need to change this freaking... it's a wet palette. It's been dry as hell. And I have an old crusty sheet on there that I'm just slapping paint on. I'm turning into Cosmic over here. Freaking turn it into Cosmic. Next thing you know, I'm going to be swimming with otters. Giving them beer and cheese. The oil wrestling. Nah, dude, Turkish bats are where it's at. Just sweating with a bunch of men, dude. Sheesh. Get the three of us in there. Of course, Valor Games can watch. A buddy in the Turkish Armed Forces gave me an awesome CD back in the day full of Turkish jams. We used to blast it from the police cars on the base. Oh, I love Turkish music. It goes hard. Even like Turkish pop music. Alright, we got a bunch of freaking landscapers. Hold on. Freaking jackass is going to get 100 degrees in my room now. It's not too bad. You guys tell I hate landscapers and pesticide companies and somebody who loves the water. Like, I had to, it was in the original, like, now you're part of the joke of us, alright? You're included in the joke with us, Valor Games, okay? By the way, a new video is doing very good. Most viewed video on the channel so far, which I'd love to see that. You know what? I don't necessarily need to be super perfect with it. Like... I'm going to let the brush drift a little. Maybe I can make it look kind of like glowy. There's also ambient glow, right? You gotta think about. I really should go get my... It's not even white. It's still a gray paint. It's technically not even white, the lighter color I have in the basement. I don't think I actually own white paint right now, by the way, other than primer. Vallejo airbrush primer. Fun fact. Maybe I shouldn't do the whole thing. Maybe we should just do the bottom first. Also, let me zoom out. Let that dry a sec. Just like right on the edge. God, I'm gonna have to do it on the boots, the main chest armor, if they have helmet, or they all have helmets, so on the helmets, the gas packs, and their weapons. So I'm gonna have to do quite a lot of glow effect. Which would be interesting. I don't know. I'm like, you know what? Let me get a new Commonwealth army. And then I was like, I still have to freaking paint an entire and put together an entire Turkish army. So I want to do American Civil War narrative. Yeah, I remember you saw you make a comment. How's it going, Beard Man? With the different American factions, essentially. Like, there's a split between the Northeast, the Southeast, the Northwest, and the Southwest. Yeah, that sounds cool. I'm all for, like, I'm making a custom army with army rules and lore and stuff. I'm all for people coming up with their own narrative and conflict. There's a lot of cool stuff you could do like that. Do with that. I was thinking of eventually doing an American versus American battle report. Because Rev does have a U.S. Army he put together with, like, a crazy paint scheme. Alright, let's try a little bit of this Power Glow out. I need a new palette sheet. I use a very small amount here. I don't know what this stuff's going to be like. It seems very thin, by the way. Very thin paint. Extremely thin. I guess it's more of like like almost like a wash type effect you put over or something. Also is the very, very, very top of the paint bottle, so I think I mixed it pretty good though. I think it's just a thin paint. I don't know if I necessarily like the pink though. I'll have to give it a second here. Fluorescents are super thin. If you have to treat them like a glaze. Yeah, it's what it seems like. They influence what's underneath them. So I guess what we should do is then maybe try some other colors for underneath. As it dries, though, it's not too bad. I don't know if I like the pink, though, with the color scheme. It's not terrible, honestly. Find the purple, put it over the pink. That might be what I do. That might be what I end up doing. Maybe the fluorescent underneath it will make it just pop a little bit. Yeah, it's a little, what do you think, chat? I think it's a little too, doesn't really fit. Like, The purple here, I think, fits with the red and the tannish color. It is a little mishmash of colors. That's my fault, but the purple seems to fit better. The pink is a little too much. Oh, the purple will cover it. Well, that's fine then. Then we just won't even use purple. I mean, we won't use the pink glow on them. We'll just like hit the edge white and then put purple on it so it pops a little bit more. So how are these different than the original Japanese conflict units? What are you talking about? For these, the Turkish guys? No, this is a complete custom army that we built. These have nothing to do with the Japanese. Some relation to the Axis in that they are using some spinas, and we made some mechs like kind of based off them. And like the Jin, which I have in the basement, are like Shrekwolfen type equivalents, but almost every single unit we're making custom from scratch in terms of the, you know, like these guys are damage value 6 Janissaries. They have a special rule because the army rule is alchemical ammunition, so like they get they essentially, if they get a 6, then the hit counts as having more pen, vice versa. So these guys have an ability to where they can increase the pen or something. So the whole idea is that they don't essentially have crazy rift technology, but they're utilizing small scale rift technology with old school like Ottoman alchemy and stuff. See if you like it over purple. See if you like it over that purple. Keep it thin amid that just glaze over. Oh, so you're saying try purple. Let's try purple for one of the edges and then do it. Is that what you're saying? I have some of this alien purple, which this paint sucks, by the way. I got it at Hobby Lobby. I got to get a nice purple paint. I also have, oh, you know what? I do have, this is a really nice purple. This speed paint, the alien swarm. I don't know what that would look like as a base, though. You know what? We're going to do a couple tests right now is what we're going to do. That actually, this purple color is really, really nice. But it's not a traditional paint. It's a speed paint. Let's try some of this. I think I thinned this down with airbrush thinner at some point because it was like freaking congealed paint when I bought it from Hobby Lobby. Real quick, I think I should do the white and then hit it with the purple maybe. Well, here, we're going to try a couple different things. I'm going to do one edge white. Then we're going to hit it with purple speed paint. Then we'll go with a little bit of the pink fluorescent. Then the top one, we're going to do purple paint, just base. Might still want to do a white coat for the underlayer, but purple, traditional paint, and then hit it with the glow effect. So let's try the speed paint one next. Because this is a really nice, like, vibrant purple that looks really nice. It's just not a traditional paint. Oh, we should also try putting purple over the pink and seeing what happens, I guess, too, or something. Because we're already there. Yo, Cosmic, what's going on, dude? How the otters doing? All these guys were just trashing you a couple minutes ago. I said I'm turning into Cosmic because of my wet palette. Should be nice and wet. Instead, I'm just putting dried paint on dried paint. And one day, I may end up giving beer and cheese to otters and swimming with otters. And I said that might be a good thing. Okay, don't listen to Sean and his lies about Tiki. Also, yes, I think it is cool, Beardman. We'll see. I don't know how. I've never tried making a custom faction for a game. Even though I am making my own game at the moment, but we'll see how this goes. I'm going to try purple traditional paint over the pink glow while we're waiting for the other things to dry or whatever. Just see what happens. This paint is really thin too. Because I like thinned it out or something. Wow, that... Okay, the pink glow is really strong. I don't know if I'll be able to... Because I had to... I think I thinned down this Army Painter paint at some point with airbrush thinner. Might need to get a better sample of paint on it. I did kind of tone it down slightly. Alright, let's try the speed paint color. I do think probably if I am going to go purple regular paint, I almost feel like I have to do the lighter color base, though, the white or whatever, because I feel like the purple's not really going to show up that good on the armor, because I just don't have a good purple paint. I think if I had a higher quality purple paint, it would be a little better. Try like a little purple speed paint. In worst case, I can just paint all this stuff over. Try this. Everyone's just jealous of my genius. Look, that's what I tell them, dude. That's what I tell them. All right. That's what I've been telling them all along. How'd the rest of your stream go? I was lurking while editing the new battle report. Which, thank you to everybody that watched and left a comment on there. I appreciate it. I saw you guys. I saw the bonsai. Yeah, it's doing good. I'm hoping. We'll see. Hopefully the analytics stay up. We might break a 24-hour record or something. I knew the Japanese video was going to do good, though. First off, people love the freaking Japanese on the channel. It's one of the most highest viewed battle reports, are always the Japanese ones. And we've just been waiting because we did our Festoon Europa style missions with the Apocalypse and the brand new kits. It took us a while to get all the zombies done and the new Fireflies. So, what do you call it? Rev's been dying to like play Japanese, and I've been like, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, and now I'm like, alright, now you get to play Japanese as much as you want, because freaking Invasion America is coming, so we gotta do more Soviet battle reports, because I told Rev, Commissar Drugov, you're not allowed to use him for like a year. He did so much emotional damage to me. I told him, you're not using that damn miniature for like for a long time. Everyone in the battle reports too are like, this freaking guy is ridiculous, this Commissar Drugov guy. But what do you call it? It's about time to break him out of Siberia. Let me go with another thin coat of purple over this pink. That pink really sticks out. Holy. Alright, well, I guess I gotta order some good purple paint, because I think this one's kind of on its last legs. It's almost like a glaze or a wash. Alright. Hey, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. That was a lot of fun with that one. I got that done in like 2.5 days, by the way. I literally worked on that video for 2.5 days straight. That's why I didn't stream for the past couple days, because I was just literally Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just working on it nonstop. You're gonna start recording stuff for the linebacker? Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. I'll make sure to have to watch that one. Yeah, Drugov is hard to deal with. For sure. But that's okay. But we had to ban him from the channel for a little bit because he was just too good. And everyone was like, what the hell is this miniature? What is this unit? He's just blowing up everything, like blowing up mechs, taking out whole units of Fireflies, whole units in like one turn. There were people in the comments who were like, is this a real thing? You can do that? All right, so here we go. We're trying to test out. We have, for base, you know, honestly, these look good enough. You almost don't need to do glow. Maybe I could always do a white paint very thin on top of the purple. That's probably what I should do. But you know what? We're doing a test. I bought this bottle of paint. It looks like I'm not even going to use it in the end. Speed paint in the middle, and then thin downed traditional purple paint up top. And these are both over a white layer. And honestly, this looks good in itself. I think if I just hit that with a little bit of white paint, that'd probably look just good enough. But we're going to experiment. Let's try the fluorescent paint on top of it. See if it, over the purple, changes our mind. This could also be the platoon commander that's got like slightly different color rift glow. And I'm just using that as an excuse so I don't have to repaint it. How you like them apples? I mean, it's not the worst, honestly. I'm actually, the more I mess around with it, the more I kind of am growing fond of it, but I just don't know. I don't know if it's a little too pinkish. It does look really nice. Like this, I should let Rev use this, some of this paint for some of his axes. It looks sick. I mean, it's not bad. Needs more jungle cock. Yep, exactly. In case you're wondering, that is a type of bird from Africa, and we use the feathers in fly tying. Don't get any weird ideas. A wash will bring the color back down? True. I was thinking of hitting them entirely with like a wash. We did have that sepia wash that we were going to try and make at some point. I almost kind of just like the purple paint, you know? Let me try something. Though I will say, it kind of does have a nice... It does kind of look like riftish. I don't know, it also kind of just looks like pink paint on their armor, though. I guess what I could do is hit it with some white. If I'd like... Let me try this. If I did this... I'm trying to get inside the mind of a squig herder, Sean. It's tough. It's God's work. What if I just, like... my brush a little wet. Nobody move a muscle. Yeah, what if I do something like this? Just kind of like hit the edge of it with a little white. Oh my god, though. I'm gonna have to do this for every single guy because they're all wearing this crap. Alright, this is when the Squig Herder Sean commission starts. Paint me up the Turks. Oh my god, could you imagine? Sean's like, I'll paint you something. I like pay him to like fucking paint my entire Turkish army, which he hates the fezzes. He's gonna have to paint every fez. Nah, I'm joking. I paint my own stuff, even though I'm not that good at it. Does look. I mean, that does look a little bit more glowy, or that does make it look a little bit more. Yeah, I guess like there's a glow to it. I guess you could say. What if we do this now? Now we're kind of getting. We're just slapping colors on here. What happens if I go with the... Let me just try the speed paint purple on top of this original base coat that we just did. I'm really just like jumping through hoops and ladders here for like one color. Though doing that highlight over on the edge is actually nice because you can see it underneath. Alright, what you need to do is there's about a 15 complicated step of painting the same colors 3 times on top of each other, then adding a white edge. I'm just going to need to do that about 6,000 times. Are we dropping frames? We dropped a tiny bit of frames. We are currently dropping a little bit of frames. Mic check, mic check. Can you guys hear me? I think we're back though now. We're dropping a little bit of frames at the moment. I think we're good. We just had a little spike. Somebody must be downloading some LimeWire videos or something. I don't know, what do we think? Do we like the purple more? Do we like the pink more? I went a little heavy with the bottom line, but... maybe I should I should probably be very conservative with it. I probably shouldn't go too crazy with the colors. In terms of like how much glow color I'm trying to put on there. Oh, we're still dropping frames. What's going on, dude? Mic check, mic check. What's going on here? We've got a little bit of frame issues. Just intermittent. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're at 4,500. It's just the frames. Yeah. I think we're alright. There's something going on, though. There was a storm. There's like a storm up the island, so it's probably something that's doing it. But one thing just reminded me, I should probably, like... at some point, I gotta disconnect these PCs, take them outside, blow any dust out of them and stuff. You actually like the pink more, I think? It's funny now that, like... I almost kind of like the pink more, too. Which is funny. Maybe I just gotta do it, like, in very, like I said, conservatively. Not put it everywhere, just in certain areas. I was gonna hit, like, all the raised areas with the glow. That might be a little too much. But if I use the, like, do the purple with the pink over top, like we did with the top 2 layers, top 2 lines on the model. If we apply that just in certain areas, like maybe the bottom edge of the armor and this edge here, or maybe just like in the, not around the whole thing, just in like the pointy areas, that might be the way to go, actually. Like, let's try this on the top part here. It's funny, I kind of do like the pink more now after like seeing both colors. It's a little funky, but most of my color schemes in Conflict are very, very subtle and like traditional army colors. I kind of want something, that's why I went with red and white and like some sort of purple or pink. Along with like camouflage, you know? Because they're Turks. They want to show off their new alchemy. And also one of the army rules is inspired off the Ottomans, and it's like area of arrival, I called it. It's like they pick a 9-inch, or we got to figure out the size, but like a 6-inch, 9-inch area on the board. It could be an objective or it could be an area. And if there's any enemy units in there, they'll get a bonus to shooting or fighting them. Because the whole idea is the Ottomans used to announce, and they would say, yeah, we're going to show up in a week, and we're going to destroy your shit. So we'll meet you there on the battlefield, pussies. That's like what they used to do. They used to say, like, they would send, like, official dudes, like, we are going to come fuck your shit up. You can either say, like, you know, quit now, or I guess we'll see you out there. which I think is just hilarious. They used to like say, yeah, we're gonna like we'll meet you in the school ground at 10 o'clock, all right? It's funky, but it gives a slightly off look, like it has weird energy to it, like rift energy. All right, let's try this then. I do like this. You go with a tiny bit of purple speed paint. Tiny bit of purple speed paint for the underlayer on top of the white. And I'm going to try and be ever so gentle with the glow effect. Maybe I can keep a little bit of purple in there by not fully covering it. You know what I mean? Let's see. That does look pretty good, though, that purple on that top part. Just make it like 15 different colors just to piss off Sean. No, damn it. Ah, it looks alright. Let's try this. I can't even... I'm trying to keep it in front of you guys, so it's... Normally when I paint miniatures, I like hold the miniature in front of my face like a moron. I'm like this. Mouth open, agaped, just painting. Alright, let's go back. Put some more pink over the purple that was covering the pink that was over the purple that was covering the pink that was over the white. That's the paint steps if you guys are following this bottom layer, okay? Make sure... Just want to make sure you guys are following along with that. Oh, there we go. So we got purple here. Let's see, can we make it to where it's like the shiny glow is not fully... It's like more in the center of the purple gems. Okay. It's almost like sparkling. Like I just want a little bit of purple leaking out onto the bottom armor. Yeah, I like this fluorescent paint. It's actually pretty cool. The way it goes on to... I almost feel like I should do this to the whole freaking armor now. Check this out. It's like a little bit of pink fluorescent speckle I did on the armor. So that's white, purple speed paint, and then kind of like dabbing the fluorescent on top. That looks really good. And then I could like do a little bit of like speckling of fluorescent onto the armor around it. You know what I mean? That really kind of gives it a weird funky... It almost looks like it's part of the camouflage. But in like a weird way. I get what you're saying. It's really it's kind of growing on me in that it's not like... It's definitely not a safe color scheme and paint job, but I kind of like that. And I think I just keep it very subtle. I went a little too heavy on that, but that's okay. This guy's the platoon commander. He can have the cool shit. So I can do something like this. Yeah, let's hit the rest of the fluorescent purple stuff with the... So where like the edge of the fluorescent is, I can kind of, or the armor, I can kind of dab it around any sort of raised or transition for where different body armor pieces fit, because I picture the, like around the arms, I picture the rift energy is spewing out of their like armor. You know, it's like pouring out of their armor. It's trying to escape. It's almost maybe better just to go straight onto the armor and not even do a base coat over it. So you kind of get like a... You can almost see the armor underneath it. And that's simulating that it's like just glowing, you know? Let's try this. Screw it. I'm committed. We're going to just dab a little bit all over the place. The whole thing has got some rift energy coursing through it. You gotta do the noises too. Yalla, yalla. Honestly, it's kind of freaking cool. Now that I've done it, I just need to like do it all over, I guess. What do we think? Let's see if I can get it. Focusing on my old wrinkly hand. It's funky. Rift funky. I mean, you know what? It's definitely growing on me. Like at first I was like, nope. But now I'm like, I still can't make up my mind, but it's honestly not that bad. It's definitely a little funky with the pink. I will say that. It's too bad you can't have fluorescent purple. But it's definitely growing on me, especially because we use some purple in there too. Part of me is like, man, maybe I should have went with red, like a red glow effect, but I didn't think it would even stick out with the red already on there. It's hard to say, dude. I don't know. This is going to be like a contemplation thing. I'm going to need to like paint one up in a couple different styles and like sit there and stare at it for an hour and see what I like better. I do like it. I just don't... I'm in the early stages of the paint scheme where I'm like, Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I do that a lot of times where I'm painting a model and like, even with the camo, when we did the camo, you know what I mean? Vallejo makes fluorescent purple paint though. I don't know if it actually fluoresces under UV though. Yeah, it's more so that it pops. So, okay, I'll have to take a look. I mean, even the purple speed paint with just a little white on there looked really good. I will say though, it's growing on me. I don't necessarily mind the pinkish color. Because if you look at a lot of Axis stuff that is very similar sort of coloration. So it's like they stole the Axis Rift technology to use it for alchemical stuff, you know? I don't know. Alright. I think I'm going to paint one up in like purple. And then paint one up in... Or, you know, finish this one. Or just do the armors and like have... I'll sit a couple side by side and I'll have to do some contemplation what I actually like more off stream. It is a little jarring, but I don't know. That might not be the worst thing, honestly. You know what I mean? I think what I've learned, though, is I need to use it subtly. It needs to be a subtle use of it. Maybe not just, like, full-blown. Alright, I don't know. You know what I'll do? I'll do a couple different versions. Maybe I'll do, like, a thing on YouTube, like a poll, see what people like better. I mean, in reality, it's what I like the most, but I'm very indecisive at the moment on what I actually like more. I do kind of like the pink, though. It's growing on me. It's like a purplish pink because of the way I painted it, but... Alright. Well, I don't know. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I will say, I just got hit like a freaking brick or like a freight train. Like, I need to eat something, dude. So, I gotta make like actual lunch. Like, it hit me out of nowhere. I'm like, like my stomach. I'm like, oh god, I gotta eat something. What do you call it? But we got beef for Birdie put together. Hell yeah, which is awesome. And now I have some contemplation to do and think about how I'm going to paint up the Turks. So I got to figure that out. So, all right, well, we'll see. I mean, we got a ton of different hobby stuff we're going to be doing now. We got the full automated platoon stuff that's coming from, what do you call it? The Tabletop Strategist. Shout out, by the way, if you guys want free shipping, $75 or over in the US and they're in Florida, check them out. I mean, the prices are great, dude. I definitely ended up just saving money instead of going to Warlord. But so we got this box. So we are going to have these I have to put together and paint. I'm sure we're going to be doing that on stream. And we also have these guys here. So we're going to have to put together 8 of these as well. So we'll see. Now with Birdie, these guys, I mean, and the Merlin, it's almost an entire British army right there, as well as maybe a regular platoon commander. So that's something. I also did get something else I want to show you guys. The Carthaginian, or Carthage, here we go. I ended up picking this up. This is like $50 on Amazon. I think it's $55. Okay, it is pretty cheap from Victrix, but it is in the UK. This is like the best price I've found. I was about to buy this off Amazon not too long ago for like $55. So it's $40, under $40, 62 Carthaginian miniatures, which, by the way, shout out Hannibal. He's like my all-time favorite like military leader in history, riding elephants to the gates of Rome over mountains and stuff, wearing leopard print. I mean, not leopard print, all right? Real leopard skin, okay? You want to talk about a cool fez, a leopard print fez, all right? Hannibal had the leopard print drip, okay? But it's got, I think, like, I forget how many, 14 Libyan javelin men, or just, like, skirmishers. It's got 24 Libyan or Phoenician heavy infantry, and then 24 of Hannibal's hardened veterans, Carthaginian veterans. So I'm super excited because these guys are going to be so much fun to like paint up. The idea is I want to use these in my game, tackling the apocalypse. I would love to have like a Carthaginian AoE 2 style army for that game. But also, Rev did get Hail Caesar, the army rulebook. He has the full Gaul army and he has the Roman army. So at some point he does want to try Hail Caesar, and I told him I'm playing the freaking Carthaginians because Hannibal is the coolest dude ever, all right? And I will conquer Rome with Hannibal and Hail Caesar. But that being said, you guys could, what do you call it? Feel free to check out the Tabletop Strategist. Use our code and whatnot if you want to support the channel. So shout out again to them for making the most recent battle report essentially possible. So we were able to go hard with it, and Rev was able to 3D print a bunch of terrain and all this stuff. So shout out to them. But all right, chat, not a super long stream today, but what do you call it, we are going to be streaming over the weekend, and we do have I plan on what do you call it, streaming quite a few days next week. So I just had to get a ton of editing done this week. So hello there, Winged Hussars drip, shout out. Oh my god, I didn't know about this. The Winged Hussars, I play Magyars, which in AoE 2. And they have the like elite Magyar Hussars, which are Winged Hussars. But Winged Hussars originate from Poland, if I'm not wrong, right? And they're like Polish Winged Hussars. So I didn't know about that, but I saw somebody on Instagram that paint some K-47 stuff. They had a platoon commander that was a Polish platoon commander with a Winged Hussar mount on its back. And I was like, that looks so freaking cool. And that's why I did a little research. I found that the Winged Hussars were like a Polish thing going back in history. So that was cool. I didn't realize. I thought it was just like, I didn't know it was a specific nation, because I learned about Winged Hussars from AoE 2, which it's the latest age and civilizations you get. That's like the best like light armored cavalry you can get in the game is a Winged Hussar. And not every faction or army can use them. They had hollowed lances so they could hit everyone. Ah, interesting. They look badass. If you saw one of those guys coming at you, I could see why the wings would definitely strike fear in the hearts and mind of some regular dude with like a spear when one of those guys are charging at you. So, that being said, I would love to do some sort of winged hussar unit or something. Even though it doesn't fit with like the Carthaginians, if I end up building some sort of army for conquering the apocalypse for our RTS-inspired game, that would be really sick for the fast units. Use some winged hussars. But yo, Rudy, thank you for the re-up on your membership too. Appreciate that, my friend. Chat, I know, what do you call it? Not the Lana stream, but I haven't really eaten anything, and I was working on the last little bits of the video in the morning, getting all social media stuff ready. So, we got a little painting done. We built B for Birdie. Again, I'm going to have to do a little bit more soul searching and see if I like the purple, the pink. Maybe I'll even try a red out or something. So probably what I'll do is I'll paint up a couple, and then I'll like post some photos in Discord or like on a YouTube poll or something and see what you guys think. So I don't know. I'm not abandoning the pink. I do like it, but I think I want to try one in purple and see if I like that. I don't know. We'll see. Polish Lancers and Bolt Action have 2 attacks with tough fighters. I think the Cossack units for the Axis have tough fighters if they're like a cavalry unit and they're mounted, if I'm not wrong. I did research because we have a cavalry unit. I gotta figure out how you pronounce it in Turkish, but we are bringing cavalry to conflict with our Turkish faction. So they will be using the good riders and the cavalry rules. So I do need to have mounted units and unmounted units. But I think, if I'm not wrong, the Cossack mounted unit might also have that. But maybe not. Maybe only like the Polish Lancers have them. I'll have to do a little research. I didn't think about Polish cavalry. I should look at their rules, honestly, as inspiration. So, but thank you, Rudy, again. Appreciate that, my friend. Nix, Valor Games, Sir, Moldropper, Tiki, Cosmic, Sean, Beardman, everybody hanging out. I hope you folks have an awesome, rest of your week. We're going to be streaming on Saturday. So Saturday we're probably, I don't even know what we're going to do. We'll probably do more Turkish stuff, honestly. We're probably going to keep painting more Turkish stuff, so. And probably take a look at, like, all the Warlord stuff, too, just in case. See, like, the community, see if there's any new stuff and all that. 2 attacks with rerolls are only in Poland. Ah, okay, interesting. These guys are going to be sick on horses. I mean, if it's a conflict melee unit with horses, it's like their whole thing. I got to figure out a way of making them badass, for sure. Not too OP, but, I mean, they're probably just going to die 90% of the time anyway when they're trying to get there, right? Let's just be honest. So, like, if I could find a way of making it to where them fighting on horseback is kind of good still. We'll see. All right, chat. If you haven't, go, let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, I have it here, so I can. Let me share the link right now for you guys. Go watch, in case you haven't, go watch the new battle report. And again, shout out to the Tabletop Strategist for sponsoring the video. I really appreciate it. They let us essentially be able to kind of kick off our own little pre-invasion America, battle report here with a bang. And we're excited for once we get all of the once we get all the Invasion America supplement, or all the miniatures and the books and everything. Once I get the book, I'm probably gonna get it from Rev because he ordered all that stuff, and I'm gonna start planning out terrain and the custom scenarios the scenarios we're doing for the book. So, like the Sturmreis, eventually we're gonna do Festoon Europa. It's just I need to finish the Sturmreis. I need to get some of the terrain ready for different missions and scenarios. So we'll probably do that over the winter, honestly. But I would like to do Invasion America right when it kicks off. So, but all right, chat. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. A nice little chill stream, a little miniature building, a little miniature painting. Again, if you haven't, go watch the new battle report in chat here and leave a little comment for the YouTube gods. So it looks like it's doing good. But what do you call it? Again, our first sponsored video. So what do you call it? I'm hoping it does better than ever. So, But chat, thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you on Saturday for some more hobby and miniature related stuff. All right. So take it easy, chat. You guys have an awesome Thursday and Friday and all that, and we'll see you on Friday. Okay. All right, chat. You take it easy. You have an awesome night. All right. Go watch the new battle report. All right. We'll see you guys.